I will die.
You overexert yourself, you will die.
I tell you what, you finish the workout, all these could be yours. That looks good. A little bit of honey ham for the ham. Get after it, and that's your get after it, and that's your treat. Hey, do the exercise, do the work, then you get the reward. That's how this works, man. You gotta give it max effort, maximum effort. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Big hams. Make it work, those hams. Work them. Putting in the work. Yeah, baby. Yes. Dude, this is a spicy workout. Gotta make it worth it. Building the beef and bringing home the bacon, baby. I'm loving it. Teriyaki is just about within your reach. Come on, get you some. Come on. Maximum effort. Maximum effort. You're there. You're almost there.
That's so worth it.
What do you make of this up here? Just showed up in the yard a couple days ago.
Dog been digging in here?
I don't think so, dude. That goes way down in there. Seriously, did you just lose your meat stick?
Yeah.
Oh, no. There's something in there, dude. Just leave it.
Are you kidding me?
We'll just head to the house. Just leave it.
The hell with that.
Oh! Ah, yeah, there's something in there.
Want one?
Thank you.
It was worth it.
Oh, man, this is incredible.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Hey, man, grab me a meat stick. I think I can reach it if I just a little more. Just let me go a little. I can't. Just a little more. I almost got it. Careful! Oh, God. No. Come on, just reach. Reach. Just grab my hand. Grab my hand.
Give me the meat stick. This other hand's closer. The one with the stick is... Oh! What am I supposed to say?
It doesn't matter. He's dead. He ain't listening to you anyway.
I'm hungry.
No. Put it away. I can't watch it. Oh, crap. Just reach in. You gotta pull it. Just grab it. Just take it out of his hand. What do you mean you can't?
He won't let go.
What do you mean you won't let go? He's dead.
Help me. Get in there. No, just hold on.
Make him let go of it. No, I got you. Just go in for a hug. Go and get on in there. It's a bad loss. Yeah, hug him up. Just reach. Hug him up.
He's breathing. On the other side.
Go.
I can't do it.
Help me, Lord. Help me get over this loss.
I can't breathe.
Hey, I can't breathe. I'm so upset. I can't breathe. Stop. You knock on wood so they go to heaven. It's like a lucky. Hey, get the stick.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get the meat stick?
Yeah, I got it.
Hey, just hold tight for a second. They're moving the casket. Just hold tight.
Yeah, that's no worries. I got it.
Oh, what an awesome day for a pump, dude.
Yeah, I gotta take it easy. Doc says if I exert myself, I will die.
You overexert yourself, you will die.
I tell you what, you finish the workout, all these could be yours. That looks good. A little bit of honey ham for the ham. Get after it, and that's your get after it, and that's your treat. Hey, Do the exercise, do the work, then you get the reward. That's how this works, man. You gotta give it max effort, maximum effort. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Big hams. Make it work, those hams. Work 'em. Putting in the work. Yeah, baby. Yes. Dude, this is a spicy workout. Gotta make it worth it. Building the beef and bringing home the bacon, baby. I'm loving it. Teriyaki is just about within your reach. Come on, get you some. Come on. Ooh, ooh. Maximum effort. Maximum effort. You're there. You're almost there.
That's so worth it.
What do you make of this up here? Just showed up in the yard a couple days
Has a
ago.
dog been digging in here?
I don't think so, dude. That goes way down in there. Seriously, did you just lose your meat stick?
Yeah.
Oh, no. There's something in there, dude. Just leave it.
Are you kidding me?
We'll just head to the house. Just leave it.
The hell with that.
Oh! Ah, yeah, there's something in there. Ah!
Marlin.
Thank you.
It was worth it.
Oh, man, this is incredible.
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Hey, man, grab me a meat stick. I think I can reach it if I just a little more. Just let me go a little. I can't. Just a little more. I almost got it. Careful! Oh, God. No, come on, just reach. Reach. Just grab my hand. Grab my hand.
Give me the meat stick. This other hand's closer. The one with the stick is. Oh. What am I supposed to say?
It doesn't matter. He's dead. He ain't listening to you anyway.
I'm hungry.
No. Put it away. I can't watch it. Oh, crap. Just reach in. You gotta pull it. Just grab it. Just take it out of his hand. What do you mean you can't?
He won't let go.
What do you mean you won't let go? He's dead.
Help me. Get in there. No, just hold on.
Make him let go of it. No, I got you covered. Just go in for a hug. Go and get on in there. It's a bad loss. Yeah, hug him up. Just reach. Hug him up.
He's breathing. On the other side.
Go.
I can't do it.
Help me, Lord. Help me get over this loss.
I can't breathe.
Hey, I can't breathe. I'm so upset. I can't breathe. Stop. You knock on wood so they go to heaven. It's like a lucky. Hey, get the stick.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get the meat stick?
Yeah, I got it.
Hey, just hold tight for a second. They're moving the casket. Just hold tight.
Yeah, it's no worries. I got it.
Oh, what an awesome day for a pump, dude.
Yeah, I gotta take it easy. Doc says if I exert myself, I will die.
You overexert yourself, you will die.
I'll tell you what, you finish the workout, all these could be yours. That looks good. A little bit of honey ham for the ham. Get after it, and that's your get after it, and that's your treat. Hey, do the exercise, do the work, then you get the reward. That's how this works, man. You gotta give it max effort, maximum effort. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Big hams. Make it work, those hams. Work 'em. Putting in the work. Yeah, baby. Yes. Dude, this is a spicy workout. Gotta make it worth it. Building the beef and bringing home the bacon, baby. I'm loving it. Teriyaki is just about within your reach. Come on, get you some. Come on. Ooh, ooh. Maximum effort. Maximum effort. You're there. You're almost there.
That's so worth it.
What do you make of this up here? Just showed up in the yard a couple days
Has a
ago.
dog been digging in here?
I don't think so, dude. That goes way down in there. Seriously, did you just lose your meat stick?
Yeah.
Oh, no. There's something in there, dude. Just leave it.
Are you kidding me?
We'll just head to the house. Just leave it.
The hell with that.
Ah, yeah, there's something in there. Ah!
Mullen.
Thank you.
It was worth it.
Oh, man, this is incredible.
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Hey, man, grab me a meat stick. I think I can reach it if I just a little more. Just let me go a little. I can't. Just a little more. I almost got it. Careful! Oh, God. No, come on, just reach. Reach. Just grab my hand. Grab my hand.
Give me the meat stick. This other hand's closer. The one with the stick is. Oh. What am I supposed to say?
It doesn't matter. He's dead. He ain't listening to you anyway.
I'm hungry.
No. Put it away. I can't put it. Oh, crap. Just reach in. You gotta pull it. Just grab it. Just take it out of his hand. You just can't. What do you mean you can't?
He won't let go.
What do you mean you won't let go? He's dead.
Help me. Get in there. No, just hold on.
Make him let go of it. No, I got you covered. Just go in for a hug. Go and get on in there. It's a bad loss. Yeah, hug him up. Just reach. Hug him up.
He's breathing. On the other side.
Go.
I can't.
Just-
I can't do it. Help!
Help me, Lord. Help me get over this loss.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, I can't breathe. I'm so upset. I can't breathe. Stop. You knock on wood so they go to heaven. It's like a lucky. Hey, get the stick.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get the meat stick?
Yeah, I got it.
Hey, just hold tight for a second. They're moving the casket. Just hold tight.
Yeah, that's no worries. I got it.
Oh, what an awesome day for a pump, dude.
Yeah, I gotta take it easy. Doc says if I exert myself, I will die.
You overexert yourself, you will die.
I'll tell you what. You finish the workout, all these could be yours. That looks good. A little bit of honey ham for the ham. Get after it, and that's your get after it, and that's your treat. Hey, do the exercise, do the work, then you get the reward. That's how this works, man. You gotta give it max effort, maximum effort. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Big hams. Make it work, those hams. Work 'em. Putting in the work. Yeah, baby. Yes. Dude, this is a spicy workout. Gotta make it worth it. Building the beef and bringing home the bacon, baby. I'm loving it. Teriyaki is just about within your reach. Come on, get you some. Come on. Ooh, ooh. Maximum effort. Maximum effort. You're there. You're almost there.
That's so worth it.
Everybody, thank y'all for joining us here tonight for some Marvel Rivals action. DBZ Freak, you are trying to figure things out, having a good time out here, and I gotta be honest, I'm having a good time already so far here for the summer tournament, and I gotta know what you're looking for. You seem to be inquisitive right now, my friend.
This isn't League of Legends.
Where am I?
Yeah,
What is
you know
this?
what? Yeah, this is a little different. It's a little different than what we both normally do, but we love to be here.
We gotta start up a little hot. It's
Yeah,
9:30.
yeah.
It's 9:30 my time, 10:30 your time. We're up for a late night. We're here for a best of 5 here for Marvel Rivals. It's the Division 2 playoffs. I think the title is not changed. So if you're looking at the title over there, that's wrong. Don't listen to that. That's the titles. This is the Division 2 playoffs, actually. So that is what we are going to be covering tonight. A good old best of 5 between these two teams. Which, funny enough, I had the team names written down and then I closed my tab. So there's that as well. So
Well, guess who does have a tab sitting up? You know what I did? I kept it in a separate window on a different monitor just to make sure I wouldn't kill it. So, this is gonna be Chikawa Party going up against CSUF Orange, and this should be a pretty interesting one right here, being the first round. CSUF Orange only ended up losing 1 game overall, got second seed in their group, but Chikawa Party barely made it through, got 2 losses, but they barely slipped through in their group. They're the last seed overall out of everybody. But you know what? The one thing to say, DBZ Freak, is when you have different groups like this, it's hard to tell which group is realistically stronger because these teams have only gone up against other teams within their group. This is the first time these two teams have been able to meet each other in this tournament.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's very interesting about like groups, because obviously, let's say, for example, they could have been in the group of death for all we know, and that could have been like the hardest group. And then, the second seed could have they had the easiest group in the world, or anything along that line. But things that we need to keep in mind going into this series in particular is whoever wins here is going to go through to the semifinals. So that's something that we're going to be absolutely looking forward to. These two teams obviously going to be vying for their spots to get into that semifinal berth. And I, for one, am really excited because me personally, I've watched,
Fair.
Oh, cool. All right. So we're doing things. We're doing map things right now, as you see, so I believe this is the first. We're going to go to Hydra's base. Now, if I remember correctly, because I haven't seen this map in a hot minute, this is a Dominion map or a payload map? Oh my god, I cannot remember which one this is off the top of my head.
It feels like it has been a little bit of a minute, but what really is important? These bands, of course, and we do see Chikawa Party got that Iron Man band rocking, and we're just waiting on CSUF Orange for their first band now.
Yeah, definitely curious to see what they're going to end up banning here. They're taking their time right now at the moment. As you mentioned, Chikawa banded the Iron Man off the table, so we do not get to see the funness. Oh. So we've just gotten alerted that the teams are swapped. So pretend that we are talking about the other teams when you say this, when we say what we're going to say right now. So currently it is Chikawa that is banning. Well, not anymore. They just went ahead and banned Zelda and took off the table. So we are going to get the leave Luna Snow off the table, and lots of fun nonsense there. Or did they pick her up? Nope. No, they picked her. Just kidding. So it's ban. See, this goes to show just how much League of Legends I've been watching recently, because MSI just ended, NACL just started today, and I've been just barely watching Marvel Rivals, knowing I had to be here. And it's you know what? This is going to be a lot of fun seeing how this is going to end up going. So we're going ahead getting more bans off the way. CSUF ended up banning away the Human Torch. Boom, down off the table. So now Chikawa is going to also ban away as well. Okay. Spicy ban. Are you like it? You like it?
It's a little spicy, honestly. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, but now we got one more protection and one more ban for each side. And at this stage of the game, I don't know what I would go for. Ooh,
pick Loki. Okay, that's very.
I can't blame them. I can't blame them in the slightest.
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. From what I've been actually seeing in some of the games that I have been watching, Loki is a very, very good pick. Okay, I'm going to warn everybody right now.
Oh,
there is
here we go.
a non-zero chance that if I end up hearing the ultimate from Winter Soldier, that I will be saying it. It's a stim in my head that I just cannot stop myself from saying. So there's a very high chance I will say it. And we get the final bands going off right now. Chikawa, we're going to go ahead and go with their last band. Pretty curious what they're going to end up banning. Maybe another Vanguard, maybe another Strategist. I mean, I was doing one of my spreadsheets, and there's like a billion duelists in the game, so it's feel like there's like no such thing as like banning duelists at all. But looks like that we are now going to go through, and we are going to get our heroes selected. So let's see. All right. What in your head when you're coming into today? Like, what are you cooking in terms of like the comps that you like? You're kind of picturing in your head.
Oh, what I think there are a lot of characters that are still very strong, that are very much still available in the situation right here. It just really depends how you want to go about it realistically, because we live in the world of Marvel Rivals where there are a lot of different strategies where you can just run a triple comp in the situation. And by the looks of it, Chikawa Party looks to be doing that to get things going. But for CSUF Orange, seem to be going down a slightly different route, a lot more of a traditional style than anything else. I would call it traditional, as much as it can be.
Okay. Very, very interesting to see what both of these comps have in mind. So we are about 15 seconds away from starting this map. This is going to be cool. I'm really excited for where this could go. I have no idea what the potential outcome of this could be, because at the end of the day, it comes down to who knows how to press their buttons better, just as with every single video game, as the first map is going to get started right now. 25 seconds until we really get started, and now we get to do a fun little attack the point, hold the point type deal. For those of you who are, Overwatch fiends like I used to be, it's your classic point of stand your ground and don't die and hold the point. So, in case anyone has not been in the realm of what Marvel Rivals has been doing, or what Marvel Rivals is, hi, welcome if you're new. But the mission area will unlock right now, and here we go. We're off to the races.
Yeah, and already you see ults building up pretty fast already, but for the time being, CSUF Orange just going to temporarily surrender the point, as Chikawa Party is more than happy to keep pushing them back harder and harder. And to be fair, with what they're running, they have a grand ability to just hold up an amazing amount of space.
Yeah, not really surprising here with what Chikawa has. They have firm control of the point right now. They're able to push CSUF back right now. They're kind of just holding their ground, kind of like holding the point. We have a couple ultimates already available for both sides, which is kind of insane. So we stacked up these ultimates pretty quickly. There it is. I'm gonna stack it.
I was ready for it, and this is where the ult might come in quickly. Of course, Fate of Bolt Worlds used by the situation coming up online. Honestly, this is what you do. Everyone's going to be able to live through this. They're both going to be here. Everything becomes a standstill for the time being. You should see ults pop off potentially afterwards, but it's just going to be a clear way. CSUF Orange is eventually going to clear the point. Only 48% of going over. To be fair, I mean, all these just sit there and manage to hold on to some really good ults.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that it went as well as it did for CSUF. But I mean, at the same time, I guess that they just had the ultimates ready and available. Now you see on the other side, there are 3 available for Chikawa Party. There are also 3 still for CSUF. This is where things are going to get spicy, because what I would think rather is Chikawa is going to want to regroup right now and then kind of go for an all-out push with the 3 ultimates that they have available. Let's just casually say the Magneto ultimate is available, so that's going to be a lot of fun here in a couple of seconds. So these 2 teams right now are going to be trying to hold the point as much as they can, and now the dives are starting here in the back line.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but you already see Water already second time having this all in the fourth. Everyone's really able to chill around. The CSUF currently has 3 ultimates activated, but nobody wants to go down quite yet. But eventually there is the investment. CSUF pushing in. There it is again. Armed and dangerous. It's one of those games where the all just keep flying and flying through.
Again!
And that's insane. And Chicken is just wearing out at this point.
He said it again!
It just keeps coming. It's not stopping. But to be fair, they keep stalling out the point beautifully so, hanging around, and eventually Chikawa Party needs to force this slip. But I mean, CSUF Orange is doing a great job holding on here. With that ult, they can sustain even longer in this situation. You can't break through that Luna Snow ultimate. It is nearly impossible as Magneto goes through. Hoping, but at this point, nobody's going down.
No, and like CSUF have a really strong hold on to this point. Like we have Chikawa trying to break through as they just take down 2 members of the other side, 3 now actually. So they finally break through this defense of the point. They're gonna be able to push them off, retake, at least I hope retake control. We're about to find out here very shortly. Okay, so they did end up retaking control of the map there. My word, just the layering of abilities there to push off CSUF from this point and regain control. Because it was about to be what we were thinking to be a CS win. And I, in my head, I already kind of wrote it off, but nope, Chikawa ended up pulling it back. They retake control of the point there, and now they're taking away for themselves. So now they have to be able to hold this out as we're getting ultimates going through.
Yeah, that's Ionic selection being used by Emma for us to get things started. And for the time being, it's holding out, but unfortunately, Piz will decide, nah, buddy, we want to be done with this first round. We're going to move on, and to be fair, with 86% and counting, a retouch here is not going to be easy.
Nah, definitely not. And you see them pushing forward right now to keep this team away from the point as it is at 95%. We're about to end this first round of this map, but maybe not. They got it! They got it!
Oh, and again, Luna's ready. It's going to go here one third time, getting this ult already throughout. This map is going to be able to move around again. Why not? Let's just keep going. Unfortunately, it's not going to find another, and that might do it right then and there. Otherwise, already got rid of one, expecting another out of the sky. Death Monk trying to bring it back. It's just becoming a really difficult situation as Ritsky is kind of just delaying what will potentially be the inevitable as they're being bullied away, pushed down, and slipping back and forth, but they can't get the touch again. So first round being taken care of here as we're moving on to the Frozen Airfield, and I mean, just that map right there just pretty much personifies the chaos that is a lot of these fights in Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, definitely I can tell. And it was close. It was very, very close because Chikawa played the first part of that really, really well. Their defense was pretty solid, and CSUF immediately with the turnaround there up for themselves ended up pushing Chikawa off, securing that point for themselves. And then from there, I was like, well, CSUF probably win this map, but no, I was completely wrong. Chikawa immediately pushed back as hard as they could using the ultimates that they had available and ended up winning that first round. So really well done by both of these teams so far.
Yeah, I don't know how Meister managed to live through all of that. The only person with no death whatsoever throughout that first round. Also, Magneto going to be the single ult going into the beginning of this fight, and after the dump that happened on both of those fights at the end, gotta know if you're expecting this or not.
Yeah, definitely expecting this as we're going into the second round of this now. The mission area will unlock very shortly. So, like you said, Magneto already has the ultimate. Luna Snow on the other side. She should be close to having hers. I imagine she might get it in the next, 40 seconds or so. So hers should be available as well. As we're already starting with some fighting here on to this point. This is going to be determining who ends up taking control as the mission area will unlock right now. Right now, we have 3 people from the side of CSUF. Actually 4 now, but they're kind of being pushed back a little bit as their first member does fall. So I do think this should be Chikawa's point.
Yeah, and they have the ability to keep pushing, and they're getting rid of more and more, and just going to continue to push back and try to get more picks. Should be the escape for everybody else at this point, but again, Chikawa Party is more than happy to just keep pushing and pushing until CSFU said, you know what, enough, we need to regroup, please stop killing us.
Yeah, definitely 100%. Now we do have Vacuum who ends up going down. Okay, well, never mind, here we go. So we're just going to start off the fight right now off rip.
Yeah, and the fight is over as soon as it began, unfortunately. They got the one kill, and it's like, you killed our teammate? Well, how about we kill all of you instead?
So Chikawa is going to be very happy about that one. They're like, all right, well, we can just chill now, wait for them to come back and get a pretty good hold on to this point. As you see, it's currently ticking. It's just now hitting 40%. A little bit of a decoy there, and I think just now here it's just play defense some more. Now they still have 4 ultimates, crucially, so Chikawa can make a really good hold here as a missile almost went down there, really close. Now they have 4 ultimates available, so this is going to be spicy.
Yeah, we can see we're about to have 11 or 10, I would say, ults on the table, but Chicken ends up going down early, so no against happening this fight, so now they're going to go around, trying to see if they can catch them off guard, trying to invest a little bit here. Water does still have the ultimate ready to go if they want to be able to have that little bit extra bit of sustain, but instead, Mixed-Stand is having that ult online. Could be using it momentarily, but for the time being, Water is kind of staying around. Still managing to live, and eventually,
Here we go.
it's being forced to come out, and now the ultimate sustain is coming up online. Diddy's E3, everyone's doing what they can, and oh my god, I need to hear it. I need to hear it over and over again. But instead, it's just a massive investment. There's been like 9 ult thrown into this entire fight, and we just got the first pick.
I mean, even if Chikawa go down here, that's not that bad because they have 96% of the point right now, so they will lose it right now. So CSUF will capture the point, but there is a long way to go, and I think Chikawa is actually fine with that. I mean, they got up to 97% before they lost the point. They used all of their ultimates in the process, but of course CSUF did as well. So now they can kind of regroup themselves and kind of brute force their way into this. The Magneto ultimate is available. Keep that in mind as we go into this next fight. Now, I thought they were going to get a nice little flank off here, but I was wrong. Death is going to go ahead and dash out of there now. But like I said, the Magneto ultimate is available. That is huge. It could make a really huge impact going into this next fight. They still have plenty of time to play with, so Chikawa can just kind of play, I don't want to say play the clock because there's no clock, but play the clock a little bit as the first pick just go down.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no ults for CSUF to really respond with, and to be fair, it's not going to matter a whole lot anyway. I mean, you can use that Winter Soldier ult, but now you're at 97 and counting. Overtime has been activated, and you're not even going to get a chance to pop them off. And yeah, that is it. We get one more recontestation, but it's just not going to matter at the end of the day. It's just delaying the inevitable.
Dang. Oh, so close to getting there too. Ooh. And Chikawa will capture Hell's Heaven, and man, that was faster than the first one. At that point, it's like Chikawa kind of just locked in, and they're like, it's game time, let's go. So the Frozen Airfield is going to go over to them, and they end up winning the first map. So first point over to Chikawa. That was actually, honestly, a lot faster than I thought it would be. I'm not going to lie to you. That was pretty fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. Again, I'll kind of keep reiterating the way that Chikawa Party are trying to run this. They want to do everything in their power to hold a front. And CSUF, they have sustainability, but they don't have the ability to push as hard as they would realistically like to, as we kind of look over the stats once more. That is a little insane. There's a reason why Abessa was the MVP of that. I mean, that even as a Vanguard, that is not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, looking at the stats right now as well. We'll get to the Loki healing in a second. But look at how much damage Abyssal blocked. It was almost 30,000 damage, just keeping his team protected. I mean, same with Duna. She's 25,000 damage. So both these tanks were doing their due diligence, and these duelists were just kind of going crazy. But I guess not crazy enough, as the Vanguards were the top of the team, which is a little funny. But really well played from Chikawa on that one, and a really strong start to this best of 5.
I mean, yeah, it's a fantastic start. Again, this really kind of goes back into what we said earlier about, you don't know which of the groups are realistically stronger. For Chikawa Party, it is a fantastic start for them in the situation right here. So now it really is a question of, are they going to be able to keep that up? Because when we end up going to different map types, because we end up going to things like that Convoy, it's going to become a situation where, as I can hear my own voice, but it's just one of those situations where the map types going a different way, that could change things up, because it's a way different playstyle compared to when you're just doing something like Domination, compared to when you go into like Convergence or Convoy, where the fights are constantly moving.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. Really cool stuff, I have to say. And Chikawa, once again, I know I'm gonna kind of highlight them a lot because they won the first map, but just how well they played that second round, just the strong defense that they posed on that second point, even pushing CSUF in like closer to their own like spawn point, and being able to keep them off the point for as long as they did, up until they reached 97%, like I said. By the time they lost that point, that was insane. And just not too long after that happened, they immediately closed out this first map, and here they are. They're sitting up 1-0 in the series. Now, granted, this is a best of 5, so we still have potentially 4 more maps to play, so we have to keep that in mind. And that was pretty nuts. I'm looking at the scoreboard over on there again, and just if this is going to set the tone for how potentially the rest of the night could go, I think Chikawa are definitely showing us why they played as well as they did coming into this playoffs.
I mean, absolutely. Like, the one thing I love to say when you get into playoffs, the records go to 0-0. Everything that has happened before that point, you have managed to
It
get
matters,
here. That is what matters. It does matter to an extent, but now the situation is you are here. Fate is completely in your hands to control it. And hey, first map, if they can keep that momentum going, keep it flying away, it might be a quick one for them. You never know. But at this point, you got to wonder what the adjustment for CSUF is going to be, especially in the band department, because I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to walk back to that Magneto a second time like that. I definitely wouldn't. I don't think they do either.
Well, let's take a look at what other vanguards that Abyssal could possibly play. Oh yeah,
True.
a lot of them. So if his Magneto is as good as, say, either a Hulk or even a Captain America, Doctor Strange, or even Emma Frost, you know, if they decide to kind of switch up what they want to play, there's just a lot of possibilities of what we can end up seeing Abyssal end up playing. You know, again, being at the top of the scoreboard that we saw, I think it was 19-2 that that they ended out at the end of that game. So these two frontliners are going to be the absolute like pinnacle and the absolute most important going in to the rest of this series, I would say. Now we have a couple of minutes before we go to the next map. Players are getting ready and whatnot. So in the meantime, I would think oh, never mind, we're loading in. I take it back. Just kidding.
Let's go.
I was ready to do like a whole thing like, yeah, okay.
You had a whole thing going there. I can't. You know, we'll figure it out later. We'll do it later for sure.
Okay, so we are going to Clintar Symbiotic Surface. Okay, so that is where we are going next. That could be a fun one, I would think. Now that begs the question of what do we possibly do in terms of comps here? That's kind of what I'm like processing in my head. What's the game plan here? So it looks like the CSUF is going to ban the Loki. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense considering what happened in the previous game. Now, Chikawa, what do you do? Their bans probably aren't going to change. I assume since they get to pick now, we just surely just pick the same thing as last game, right? We just casually pick the same thing.
It really wouldn't be surprising. We're going down some of the same routes right now, but I don't know. We don't expect a whole lot to change. The Winter Soldier ends up getting protected this time around. Now we're just waiting for the next set of bans to come through. Nothing in terms of vanguards quite yet, at least in terms of specifically that Magneto. But you said to yourself, there's so many options you could have elsewise. As Iron Man again gets banned out.
Okay. That kind of makes sense. I mean, we saw, Winter Soldier in the last game, so I was like, do we really want Iron Man now? Like, with an ultimate that can one-tap everybody? Let's not do that, shall we? So I think in terms of bans, I think from here, maybe we ban another strategist. I would think we take another one of those off the table, kind of like get rid of some of that protection, or not. We take Psylocke off the table instead. Yeah, we might as well. So in terms of picking, we already have the Luna Snow. Do we just end up picking the same thing? Or do we just Yes.
I mean, why not? Consistency. Yep, there it is. Yep.
Okay. So that's what those are the two vanguards we're most likely going to get in the next game. So we'll have that ready to go here in a second. So I'm trying to like think in my head because CSUF, as you mentioned, in the first map, is they look good for the first round. They had their moment. They were close, but they just got overpowered in the end by just more buttons being able to be pressed. Is the way I will say that. Just Chikawa had more ultimates and they were able to push them off the point. They're protecting Wolverine. Hold on, they're cooking.
They might be cooking a little bit. What's the last ban though? Was the question.
That's true.
Is it? Are we getting a spicy ban? Is that what we're going for? Is it? We gotta wait and see. Oh,
okay, that's fair.
That is extremely fair. I mean, to be fair, I would ban Luna Snow every time if I could as well, because
and I meant Emma Frost, by the way. I get the two of them confused.
There you go.
So
understandable. But honestly, low key, having one of those ultimates that you can just have everybody survive in your team for an extra 10 seconds. We saw fights where literally both of the Luna Snows would pop the ult, and we're like, well, we just have to sit back. We got to wait 10 seconds. Because guess what? Nobody's dying for those next 10 seconds. It's just not going to happen. Unless you decide to walk away, it's not going to happen.
Absolutely. Is that a rocket on my screen? It is.
It is. Let's go.
That's a rocket on my screen. We are kind of cooking a little bit, aren't we? Okay. Okay. I like it. So we have Rocket and Mantis as our strategist this time for the side of Chikawa. And on the other side, there's a Rocket again. Where's the other one? Oh, goodness gracious. Where is she? Where? Oh, there she is. Is that a cloak and dagger? No, that's not a cloak and dagger, is it? Am I going insane?
That is a cloak. That is. I think that is a cloak and dagger. It is a cloak and dagger. It's got it.
Oh. I haven't seen her be picked much recently that often. So that's very interesting.
I'm excited to see it, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, completely the same. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this second round, and this should be pretty spicy. Different strategists now on this this round, so this could be very, very cool. But of course, like you said, the Luna Snow is banned away, so you have to pick something else. And they said, screw it, we're gonna pick Rocket, and I respect it, especially for maps like this. Being able to respawn near like near where your team is, I think is completely fine. And that's going to be something that can maybe make or break some of these pushes on this map. So I'm really stoked to see where this can go. Wow, that was exterminated. Wow.
Yeah, we do have guys coming through here, so they're able to kind of do a quick reconfiguration. But unfortunately, Nakamura gets another pick, so CSUF Orange is kind of just having, you know, they're just kind of chilling out right now. Can't really do a whole lot. You're just trying to hope you get enough splash
damage.
What the? Oh my god.
Oh my lord. Where did he come from? Where did he come from?
This is real firepower.
A little bit of evil laughing going on. Oh god. But also coming up online very quickly for Chikawa party right here. Penny Brock are going to go through.
There's Penny.
I want to find something that's just covering the point, so pushing is like nearly impossible at the moment. But they're still trying to do it as Death Monk goes down. Nixan hoping to get something with that Cloak and Dagger. All it does manage to get rid of one in Squeechmeister, who has been extremely consistent so far, but DBZ Break, they're just going back and forth. Neither of the teams are the loser, but Squeechmeister says, nah, I'm back, we're winning this thing.
Yeah, not surprisingly, it looks like the rocket portal was placed right before the point, so they're able to respawn and come back quickly, which is why you're not seeing really much of a take happen now at the moment. And it looks like the Chikawa party is going to head and clear. Oh, well, we're doing the thing and clearing the point, so they're going to go ahead and shove CSUF off the point, kind of regather themselves. So now they have 2 ultimates available. There's 2 ultimates available also on the other side as well. Looks like MF Ross is going to be up very shortly as well. So, man, I mean, that's a really good point hold, I have to say. There's still a little less than 2 minutes left remaining, and I think that CSUF know that they're going to have to make one big push here in the coming moments. Otherwise, they're going to end up not like falling per se, but they're only going to end up getting this one tick that they have right now. And here we go, the ultimate's being popped.
Yeah, trying to go on hot right now, but again, Nakumo gets another early pick right there. You see the resurrection coming through pretty quickly with that Boros. Dead Monk hoping to pull this one back for the squad. Does manage to get squeezed, but again, we just have people coming back one after another right here. Ultimates becoming very few and far in between, and Sibu does have one sitting by. Yeah, literally, it just keeps happening. People who are saying, no, I die? Nah, I'm just right back. Doesn't matter. But eventually, that ability to come back is going to run out. As you see Wolverine trying to hunt down Squeechmaster is in for a world of hurt. Is getting cut down, getting super low. Eventually, gets taken away. As point can be capped away for CSUF Orange. Finally, gonna get a successful fight in.
Nice, yeah, and like I said, they were getting ready to run out of time. It was about a minute and a half. They started making that push, and they were successfully able to capture the point. And now it is our favorite thing from those of us from the Overwatch days to push the payload. Now, unlike Overwatch, of course, is you can at least have a couple people go forward and have some pretty good defense on the point. Now, from there, I do believe this that Chikawa is gonna have to show us now, like, how good is their defense going into this. They're at some point they're gonna have to stop this point going and bring that evil raccoon laughter as a couple ultimates are being popped. There's 3 available for Chikawa party right now as we see, and actually Abyssal ended up going down, but looks like that we're getting spider time.
Yeah, this could be really scary. Everyone's in a very confined area right now. Could be devastating, but Macamu actually ends up going down. Yeah, not the best set of circumstances as the rest of the Chikawa party really has to run for their lives, but they're just going to keep dying as they're going to go, and you know what, why not, but ends up not getting rid of anybody, but they're fighting back at the end of the day. Gotta love to see it, and they're just gonna be clearing out the house. And now,
oh god,
oh my goodness gracious, I don't want to be there right now in front of the Wolverine. They're cutting, slicing away, pushing them back further and further. Everyone's sitting in a little corner again. DBZ Break, I don't want to be here right now. They're being burned away. Oh, that is, oh no. And they're gonna ult here to Abyssal. Doesn't want to lose this fight. They're hoping.
Oh
They're not
my
doing anything.
god. They're just falling one by one quickly. It's like they just they're not able to heal as much damage as coming out. The CSUF pulling the trigger and like forcing the issue really, really well. They're pushing them back into their spawn basically. They're about to hit the second point right now with the payload. That is much different than what we saw CSUF do in map 1. I think they just, oh, but never mind, they're pushing it back. I thought they got it, but they were close.
Yeah, no, they're close, but unfortunately for them, Chikawa party is doing a pretty good regroup right now, and with that locked down, it's going to be really tough to pull this back. You just don't have the ult to be able to pull this one back, and All Might just wants to end this right here and now. It looks like they're going to successfully do so. And with Reed being down, unfortunately, this should just be the cleanup, unless the CSUF Orange pulls off something fantastic. Unfortunately, they're not going to. So now,
Actually shocked that they all died there.
I am too.
Huh. I mean, at the same time, we did get its clobbering time being thrown out, so that's probably a lot of the reason why that helped. Now, we do have the Mantis ultimate that is up and available right now. There's still 45 seconds left, theoretically, so this is still doable for Chikawa to hold off here. They just, it's really close, mind you, so really it's just like if they lose more than 2 members, then at this point, then it is, you know, CSUF that is going to make it to that second point. But there are 3 ultimates available on Chikawa Party. There's 4 available for the side of CSUF. And like I said, about a minute, or when it was like a minute and a half left to go, they just need to pull the trigger and force the issue, and it sounds like we're about to get.
Yeah, they're gonna go immediately. That ult got deleted pretty quickly right here. Water hoping for something with that Mantis ult, but you can see they're going in immediately. And oh my god, CSUF Orange decided now, buddy, we want to win this, but instead 2 people instantly getting back. Oh my man, light stand right here. Oh, it's going at it. Oh, Deathmonk, what's the play? They get deleted. Oh no, and overtime is online. DBC Freak. I think that's gonna be that.
They held at the end there. That should be it for this round. So only 1 point goes to CSUF as we're getting the Aura Farm from Magneto there at the end. Okay, that was actually really shocking. I thought CSUF had like, the chance to like close that into the second point, but no. Just again, like I said before, Chikawa just pressed their buttons better, and they were able to hold off there. Wow, Hoffmine is 18-5. That is kind of nuts there, but that is the result here. And right now, Chikawa just have to get 2 points to take this map away, and I think that would be kind of a steal if they end up winning this map.
You know, it might end up being so. That was a lot more even than what we saw in that first map as well, and maybe even the stats look a lot more even in comparison. On top of that. As we're going to see if anything's going to really change up in the situation right here. Makamu seems to be making a change up, at least temporarily. Of course, they are in the spawn room, so, you know, they can come back at any time, you know. Look, we get some spawn change shenanigans, you know. We'll see some crazy things before that clock hits 0.
Ultron. Okay, that's very interesting. So we're switching off the rocket and going to Ultron. I'm wondering what the thought... Not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm wondering what, like, the thought process there is. Maybe it's something to do with this kit that they feel that is better. It's going to be interesting to see like how that goes, because pretty much the rest of the comp is actually it's not the same. I lied, because that is a Black Widow I'm staring at right now.
That is indeed.
Chikawa's doing something really spicy here.
You know, why not? To be fair, if you can catch them off guard and get this first point done really early, you'll have a ton of time in the world to push through what you need to get the second and to take this one away. So honestly, if you make it happen, why not? You got the time to do it anyway.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. So, getting into round 2 right now, Chikawa just have to make it to the second point, and they can end up taking this map away. So this first initial push is going to be very interesting, and I think it's going to set the tone for how this is going to go. I think right now the plan is let's just stack up our ultimates, kind of play it a little bit as Squeegee Meister ends up going down. So never mind that game plan. So now we have to see what the next game plan is. I think the call should be just move Chikawa back up a little bit, or just send it. They're just gonna send it. Never mind.
To be fair, Squeegee is there now, so if they want to push it, they have the agenda to do so. I think trying to punch away again, but nobody really wants to go down, and Makamu just has to be really careful. It's being kept up beautifully, but at the end of the day, they still need to find a pick, and I mean, Ritzy has this ult ready to go on their rocket, and they're gonna pull it out pretty early here.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, Voltron wants to move it. They want to get this thing done and taken care of. Unfortunately, it's hard to do as Art and Dangerous
There it is.
up on display. There, come on, go for it. Come on, Easy Free. I want to hear it loud and clear. Unfortunately, you don't get to say it again. You don't get that privilege as Chikawa Party. Hoping to make this thing happen right here and now is eventually going to get us back into the fight. Supernova unlocked.
Oh, here we go.
Everything, it's turning into chaos, ladies and gentlemen, but still, everybody refuses to go down as Chikawa Party is smart enough to simply back up by the time.
That makes sense. I mean, your Supernova was used. It didn't really much value, so at this point, it's like, let's back up, get a little bit of healing down. As your Magneto is dying, I think, so we should stop that from happening. It's be taken into the line. Oh, no, here's the Penny Ultimate.
Yeah, and Abyssal gets one, gets two, hoping to find more, and that's going to be a clear way for Chikawa Party. You're going to try to fight back. Unfortunately,
wow.
CSUF Orange is going to have to play for that second point as they're cleared away.
Actually played that super well. Gotta say, Abyssal went forward, and in my head, I was like, are we going to save our team? And then they just decided, hey, let's all go. And Abyssal picks up 2. They cleared the point, and now they have the payload that they have to contend with. Now, like I said, they don't have to go as far because CSUF was not able to get that second point. And I think it would be criminal for Chikawa to win this map with how well CSUF played in that first round. But man, oh man, this is going to be a really tough second half, I would say, as health bars are slowly dropping. And that first pick might come through.
Yeah. This is getting really low, but they're going to be able to be sustained for the time being. But they're taking so much of that roll. They need to be able to stay up, and it looks like they'll do so successfully.
Oh, no.
Coming up online, and yeah, I don't want to be there right now. CSU Orange probably just has this thing locked in, but Squeeze Master is going to hit the double res right there, but unfortunately they're still losing bodies. That's the third res right there, so they're still in this thing.
That's crazy that they're still in this after all that. So right now they're going to go ahead and start pushing once again. Oh no, the Supernova is popped. Oh, we're popping ultimates everywhere.
It's all over the place right now, and Abyssal is still holding on to this ultimate as well. I mean, they're trying to hold. All right. DBC Freak, I have faith this time. You'll get another again, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll happen.
So it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't.
Well, all right.
Oh my. Oh boy.
You don't have to
So they just completely wiped that fight there. Just no value out of the ultimates that they popped there for the side of CSUF. It's unfortunate, and Chikawa now have a fast track towards heading towards that final pushing point. They only have 10 more meters to go, and they might get there before anyone gets back. I take it back is now being contested.
Yeah, everyone being rooted down right there, but nobody has gone down quite yet. Chicken JT has to go into Cohen with this. Squeeze has gotten rid of one, and DPC Freak trying to clear this away. I think it's turning to 3.
They got it.
It's going to turn into 4, 5, potentially the 6 to finish things off on this map. CSU Orange wants to survive. Unfortunately, it's not happening.
I honestly have to say that Chikawa winning this map, in my opinion, that is criminal that they won that map. I thought CSUF played so well in that first half, but man, it ends up going 2-1 in favor of Chikawa at the end of the day. And unsurprisingly, Hoffmine being the MVP just played really well. 30-1 and 5.
My God! Oh, that's some damage. Wow, how much damage did he do?
We're about to find out momentarily. Let's see that.
29,000 damage.
That is a very big number.
It's quite a bit of damage.
Quite a bit. Can we talk about Abyssal and at that point, Jazeera as well, blocking 38,000 damage. That is more than that last round where things were almost equally as crazy. Yep. Almost as crazy as that the late swap 0% accuracy. Unfortunate situation.
Okay, wow, that was kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. that was a crazy second map. I mean, for what I thought was gonna end up being CSUF, like kind of running away with that after how well they played that final push to get the payload going, and then I thought that they would make it pretty far with the payload. They got so close to that second point, but they were not able to do that because Chikawa had the right ultimates at the right time. They were able to bully CSUF back long enough to deplete time. and it was just Quaintance from there, and just Chikawa just took over throughout these rounds. As we're getting a replay right now, this is that first round that I was saying. It's like, okay, CSUF is doing something really well right here in the first half. They cleared the point, they ended up capturing it, and I don't know what to say to that. Like, Chikawa played that really, really well in both rounds.
They really did. Honestly, unsung here, I really got to point out, Squeechmeister was able to not just get the reses, to get the double res off in several situations, including during this fight right here early on, managed to basically bring it back from what was like a 3v6, turned it back to a 6v6, and unfortunately, Ritsuki ended up getting caught out in the corner, and that's what kind of just led for that snowball of that fight. But I mean, to be fair, again, we're talking about the way these groups are. Chikawa Party, just because they lost twice, doesn't mean they're a weak team. They're coming in here just honestly having a heck of a time.
Yeah, no way. Like, Chikawa's playing incredibly well, and that convinces me maybe they were in the group of death after all. If this is what we're seeing right now, it's just there hasn't really been able to be an answer from CSUF, and that's not their fault to say at all. Nah. It's just Chikawa's just been outplaying them in just very, very little moments where they just end up getting the better, and they just kind of capitalize on it better, I would say. Just Chikawa's just playing out of their minds right now. This could potentially be like a 3-0 we could be looking at, but CSUF have to change something going into this third map. There has to be a change somewhere, whether it's either drafting, maybe not even really drafting per se, League of Legends terms, anyone, you draft champions, draft, and as we say, not hero select. Yeah. Anyways, but there has to be a change somewhere in the game plan for CSUF to kind of start getting the ball rolling for themselves, because right now Chikawa has just been like, gonna put that down there. Oh, I sank your battleship once again. You thought you had the advantage. Nope, sank your battleship. But Chikawa, man, they're on a roll, and I don't think that's gonna stop.
Honestly, it might not in the situation right here, because even when the appropriate bans come through, Protects on top of that, they simply changed things up and they made things work. They ran a style that was pretty different from the original one back on first map, and they made it work anyway. They did everything they could. So it's got to happen here and now, because this is single elimination. This is not double elim. You don't get a second life. There is no second opportunity. If you lose here, you are done. You are going home. But either way, DBZ Freak, we're going to give these teams just a few minutes, figure it out for what might be our third and final map. But we'll see if that's going to be the case or not right after this break, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
What do you make of this up here? Just showed up in the yard a couple days ago.
Dog been digging in there?
I don't think so, dude. That goes way down in there. Seriously, did you just lose your meat stick?
Yeah.
Extremely consistent so far, but which is why you're not seeing really much of a tick happen now at the moment. And it looks like Chikawa Party is going to head and clear. Well, we're doing the thing and clearing the point, so they're going to go ahead and should be able to come back. Is going to run out, as you see Wolverine trying to hunt down Squeechmaster. Is in for a world of hurt. Is getting cut down, getting super low. A set of circumstances as the rest of Chikawa Party really has to run for their lives, but they're just going to keep dying as they're going to go. And you know what? Why not? But ends up not getting rid of anybody, but they're like, I don't want to be here right now. They're being turned away.
You have habits just like
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once more here. NECC Summer Tournament here for Marvel Rivals and DBZ Freak. We came into today, 3rd seed versus the 6th seed. You know, going at that situation, some people think, the 3rd seed, they should have us in the bag. They might struggle a little bit, but, you know, they'll come away with it. Well, that's kind of the opposite effect. The 6th seed is actually doing really good here today, and Chikawa Party is one map away from moving on to that semifinals match. And unfortunately, it is an issue because there is a bit of a struggle going on for CSUF to really find a solution here. They're chipping away, but they haven't actually broken through the proverbial wall just yet.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we were kind of talking about before we went to break, is that, you know, CSUF has to make a change coming into this 3rd map. There's something that they have to do, and it's not anything with like the heroes that they're playing or anything. It's this that Chikawa seems to be playing with their cooldowns better. So I think what they should do, you know, is just kind of pull it, not like pull it back, but like be more mindful of what you have available before some of these fights going in. One of the things I was pointing out a lot, like in these first 2 maps, was like how many ultimates were available for each team, and it seemed like that CSUF would kind of push their buttons a little bit as we're going to go ahead and go to Midtown for our potentially final map of the day. But I was saying, you know, one of the things is like it seemed like CSUF would start to use their ultimates, but they kind of wouldn't get any value out of it. But the second Chikawa realized that, they immediately used their ultimates and would get a lot of value out of them. So that's something that we're going to have to see if CSUF will be able to make that adaptation going into this 3rd and maybe final map. And like you said, it is single elimination. Most tournaments nowadays for a lot of esports are doing double LM, but this is single elim, meaning if you lose this 3rd map, it is Jover, as we're still seeing that Iron Man being banned off the table.
Yeah, we just have a bit of a hate towards Iron Man, but to be fair, and same thing with Ella, but I'd be real, justified hate. I gotta say it.
Emma Frost. Are we gonna stick to our guns?
Are we just gonna have a repeat?
It's either going to be Emma Frost or Magneto that's going to end up being protected here. Now, it's been pretty consistent with them. Okay, so there's Magneto. So there it is right there. It's been pretty consistent throughout this whole series so far. Magneto being an absolute staple for Abyssal. And this time, we're getting Luna Snow protected. So she is going to be available going into this next map. As, okay, we're seeing... Oh, they saw what Squeegee did in the last game, and they're like, he's not getting that guy again.
Not after that. Not after bringing back multiple fights nearly single-handedly. But either way, we got one more set of protections, one more set of bans coming through. Emma Frost protect. All right, I like it.
Not shocked. It's not surprising to me. They've done it in the last 2 games thus far. So now with CSUF protect here, you know, you got some things. You see the 2 tanks. You already know what they're going to end up picking. So it's like, what do we do for kind of a pick here? Do we kind of throw a little curveball to pick? We're protecting Jeff. Oh,
why not?
We're cooking.
That is a little spicy at the end of the day, but we get one set of bans here. Human Torch.
That makes sense, actually.
I think it really does here. Now Chikawa Party, last ban of the set here.
We just sure another duelist?
You might as well, because I feel like you got who you wanted so far at this point. But you know what? I don't hate it at the end of the day, because that Wolverine, at least for Chikawa Party, was getting away with serious work while it was there. So for CSUF, it's just taking away another option from them of someone who can just literally tear up the back line.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. We saw it in the previous map, CSUF. We saw the Wolverine pulling people into their back line. Homie came from the other side of our screen, and we had no idea how he got there. So obviously, you would not want that to happen again, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, that kind of begs the question of what do these 2 teams have in mind for comps, as we're getting ready to see right now. Okay, so we do get Winter Soldier. We can slide off. That's going to be interesting. Loki, Luna Snow, Emma Frost, and Magneto. And we have Thor.
We'll be coming in 30
Why not?
Stay strong.
Interesting choice. I'm curious to see where this could go. We have a Moon Knight as well. Wait, whoa. Okay, so this is completely different than what I was thinking we would be seeing coming into this 3rd map. But you know what? I'm going to trust CSUF. clearly they're the way better players than me, so I'm gonna let them do what they do best. This is gonna be very interesting to see coming into this third map. Now, Chikawa Party on map and match point, mind you, as the map is gonna go ahead and get started, so the payload will be on the move, and this is gonna be very interesting. I wonder if CSUF's comp is more of like a stand your ground to be able to push the payload type deal, as we do see a Deathmonk going forward here. But now things are getting a little spicy as they're getting on it to the payload right now, but I do think that they should get a pretty decent push here. We're kind of speed running our way towards some of these ultimates. We got 40% along the way as, well, Enzi ended up going down, so that should stall the push a little bit.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Chikawa Party wants to play this aggressively, and just another shot taken here by Chicken GT. I mean, this is what you have to do, and Chikawa Party is confident doing it, so they're not going to stop doing it until they get shut down. So you literally just have to hard push if you're CSUF and try to make something happen, but it's just... GBC Freak, it's just a repeated process.
So far, it's pretty much like business as usual for Chikawa Party right now. This is what we've seen them do like the entirety of the series, and they're not letting up one bit. Now, we do have a couple of ultimates starting to come available. You know, we have one available for Squeegee already, but Abyssal should have theirs about now. There it is. And then the Winter Soldier ultimate will be available up as well just very shortly, as it looks like Brady's going to end up going down. A really strong hold right now from Chikawa Party, as they're going to start probably pushing the advantage. Oh, here we go. It's getting spicy.
Yeah, ults are ready to go. Water can help with a little bit of sustain here. Does have the additional ultimate setting by. Oh my goodness! And they're going to start clearing
again!
You love to see it, and Water holds on to the ult for another day. There's a lot of agains happening here, ladies and gentlemen, but at the very least, finally, CSUF Orange is going to break on through. But at the end of the day, Chikawa Party holds on to a lot of ultimates, though.
Yeah, that, and they burned a lot of time from that as well, so they're going to have 4 or 5 ultimates. Math is hard. 5 ultimates available for them. Only the Loki ultimate, rather, was burned before that play started. So honestly, they're okay with that. Never mind.
My God.
All right.
Yeah, that's a bit of a same-day delivery right there. But Deathmonk manages to get out as, again, Armin Dangerous. You know, we are just trying to pop off right here, but yeah, Jet, there is no again this time around. This ultimate's gold we use to be able to just kind of sustain through the fight, so nobody dying anytime soon. Waiting for it to run out as Water. Bit of a compromised position right now between a rock and a hard place, but we are treading on the other side as Abyssal as do is kind of single-handedly keeping their team in this fight right here, and Abyssal has got to consider whether or not they want to ult end this or not.
So close to getting that first point. They're so close. Okay, I think they got it just now. Yes, they just now got it. So this should force Chikawa Party back. Most likely Abyssal might fall here. Yep, just kind of... Never mind. I guess we're keeping him alive for quite a long time. I take it back. So honestly, really good feeling there coming out of both of these strategists. So with that, by now, they are now down a point. They're trying to fall back to get into a more handful position. But they're just not letting this man go. And there's Thor doing his thing with this ultimate and ends up finally killing Abyssal.
They hate Abyssal. I don't know what Abyssal did to them before this game happened, but they literally spent the last 40 seconds try and hunt them down. They get halfway through the second round of pushing, and now they're going to be able to keep moving along with this right now, because now you have to try to get Abyssal back into the fight, and Squeechmeister is going to have to use the ult just to sustain for a little while longer. But unfortunately, they are massively ulted out here, as they just want to try to shut this down right here and now. But DBZ Freak, they are hanging around, and eventually Sam just wants to help shut this down, and with Deathmonk in the picture, I mean, CSUF Orange, this is the most momentum that they have had in a while.
This is what I was talking about. They needed to make an adaptation going into this third map. And I say this, they've done it really far. They're being more aggressive than I would say that they have been like the entirety of the second map. This is more aggression. They're forcing the issue. They're getting good picks as well. And I said they needed to juggle their cooldowns a little better. And I honestly think that they have been doing that very well coming into this third map. They're on their way to the second point right now. They're almost there, actually, as a matter of fact, and even getting a pick onto Abyssal right now, meaning they should be able to push this through as the ultimates are starting to come out slowly.
Yeah, and now they're investing, and now you got to wonder whether or not there's even going to be a touch here in a moment, because they're just being pressed back further and further, and now 3:15 on the clock. This CSUF Orange is playing like the number 3 seed right now.
Yeah, this is more what we were looking for sure. So CSUF looking really strong in this third map right now. Chikawa really haven't had an answer to them on this map though so far. I don't know what switch flipped, I guess. Maybe they heard us talking before this started. It's like, hey, you know, like, this is single LM, you go home if you lose. And CSUF was like, bet, and they decide not to. It's a bunch of offense right now. This might be like the final stand, I have to say. This is going to be insane.
Yeah, I hear the again. Unfortunately, that again got a little cut off as Water. He's basically just delaying the inevitable with this ult now. Wasn't able to keep Chicken JT alive in that situation. It's potentially going to be burnt out trying to hunt them down, but unfortunately, things are actually going back and forth. Chikawa Party is still kind of hanging around as long as Abyssal is kept alive. But again, they use the ult just to try to stop them, and unfortunately, it doesn't catch them out.
Your powers are mine!
This is very, very hard pushing from the side of CSUF. Like, they're pushing real hard. Well, they lost the point now, but just how well they've been playing this latter half of this map so far. They still have 2 minutes to go to get to that third point. They're bum rushing all 5 people onto this point. They get a pick onto Abyssal as well, and Abyssal's been kind of shut down in this third map. We were saying it too at the end of the first and second map, how incredible Abyssal has been, has just not been able to really play on this map right now. I think CSUF finally learned, or like kind of like downloaded what this team likes to do, and they're abusing the fact that like if Abyssal can't play the game, then Chikawa kind of can't play the game either. Same with Obmine. Also not really been able to play the game as much either. So I think as they know, we need to shut down their key players, and this team is going to struggle, and we're seeing them struggle right now. This point is pretty much been free pushing most of the game up till, you know, the last couple of times near the end of the map rather. But it's going to be very difficult for Chikawa. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and now Chikawa Party them. Oh god, the moment they get 2 ultimates on the line, they pop them, but unfortunately CSUF just had too much setting by. Point's gonna start moving forward again. Water is extremely close to the ultimate, and they're gonna just stay alive. They're at 99 to manage. Stay alive long enough for a re-engagement. They're still alive, so the retouch is there. They have a chance. They have a chance, but it's not gonna be easy to pull that back. They're gonna pull it actually pretty early here. So they need to try to find a pick in the situation. They might be able to get rid of Deathmonk. They're super low. And here we go. They're armed and dangerous. Abyssal doesn't find a whole lot. They're trying to clear it out. And Chicken JT gets taken out early on. And now Chikawa Party is finally pressed against the back foot. This might be happening. They might be finishing the map right here and now. Oh, mine is down.
It's so close. 9 seconds to go as well. They just started their push. They're so close. They're like barely over a meter from there. But this should be it. Now we're going to go into overtime, but it doesn't really matter. But they should capture that. And now CSUF 3-0 right now. Chikawa have a lot of work to do coming into this next map. Now, granted, the good news is they did run out of time. That was probably the saving grace if Chikawa can get 3 points themselves as well. But man, that was an intense map there. Chikawa just completely look at the KDs. Look at the difference in KDs, dude! Like, it was like Chikawa could not play the game at all. CSUF immediately locking in and just shoving, like, their game plan down Chikawa's throat. Like I said, Abyssal was not able to play the game. Hobmine was not able to play the game either. And it seems like the strategists were not able, well, they did a lot of healing anyways, but it seemed like they were not able to sustain their 2 frontliners long enough. But good lord, there's a lot of work that Chikawa is going to have to do in this next round. I have to say, I mean, we said we were dooming and glooming it a little bit before all of this started, but we might have a I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to say the words.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, we will remain optimistic going forward, but we have seen Chikawa Party kind of run it down before, so there's a chance they do it again, you know, but just look at if anything's really changed up. Not a whole lot has honestly changed up in the situation right now. Makamu is back over on Emma Frost, to say the least, but CSUF Orange seems pretty confident to stay with what they have been running for the most part. So, I'm curious how long they can hold on to this initial corner, because Chikawa Party held on here for a pretty long time before.
Yeah, I'm really wondering how this could end up going, as we already have a pick. So Chicken JT just gets the first pick onto NZBoo there, so that's a really good start. We're off to, honestly, I would say, like, more momentum than CSUF had, because they really didn't start pushing until about 1.5 minutes in. We're 30 seconds in, and by now, Chikawa is immediately, like, steamrolling their way through this, or at least attempting to steamroll their way through this. Is they're going to get another pick? Okay, they almost got it, but that looks like that. Jars is gonna go ahead and get away from that. But this is turning out to be really spicy coming out for Chikawa right now, as they are getting more picks. Yep, another one right there. So they're slowly making their way through this point. And there's the Moon Knight ultimate as well to kind of stop the push.
I mean, why not? Because you do that, if you keep clearing out, you're basically going to secure yourself that first point. Especially
it doesn't
if you
matter.
Get rid of, yeah, that first point's done. That is cooked for Chikawa Party. That's the start you needed, honestly. You're going to give yourself a metric ton of time going into this next point. 5.5 minutes is so much to work with.
So, between now and last round, did Chikawa just decide we're gonna see what's gonna happen with this content? And then they're like, all right, we need to lock in, because my god, they are locking in. They're still shoving this second, this point now up towards this second point. And it's really interesting to see, like, the night and day between, like, now and before, but maybe it's something with the defense that made Chikawa's comp better right now. As you see, we still have the same 2 tanks that we've had the whole game, but it's really Chicken and Hotmine that's changed a little bit, because now Hotmine's on the hot. And there's a pick right there, so that's pretty cool, and I get ultimate off the top as well, but I'm 99% sure that Chikawa should just shove this through. They're pushing CSUF back.
They are. They're pushing back further and further. You've already gone and used the Squirrels. Chikawa Party, though, doesn't have water.
Oh, no.
Has that all that can be devastating. Goes into everybody. And it's going to be cleared away. Why not? Why not?
Say it again.
Bro, does not want to stop. Oh, my lord.
Okay, so, what happened all of a sudden?
Chikawa remembered that they're Chikawa.
Yeah, this is quite insane. That second point they pushed to flawlessly. They burned pretty much all of their ultimates there and secured it. Now they have 5 minutes to get this third point. That's so much time. In gamer terms, 5 minutes in a game like this is a long time. So they have all the time in the world to kind of stack these ultimates up again, defend as far as they can. As you can see, they're pushing CSUF back into their spawn point. Abyssal here on the front line. Like I said, if Abyssal can play the game, this game is easy for them. And that is what they're currently doing. As he's almost dead. Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Outside.
Water's popping off early too, and now this is probably gonna come back to bite them a little bit. The bright side is actually there's no real bright side. You don't get the response, so now they're just gonna try to run them down, and they're going to run them down indeed. And the bright side to this is, I mean, CSU Orange, they do invest 2 ultimates into that fight, but I'm gonna be honest, I think that's completely fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're not complaining. You still have 4.5 minutes to play with right now. You have 2 ultimates available when you are back online. You're pretty close to that Hawkeye ultimate. You almost have my favorite ultimate back up already for Chicken JT.
Boy.
It's almost there. My man said again 5 times in the previous fight, so that's gonna be what the heck just happened? Someone dashboarded and he's dead.
Bro is dead, but not still alive. He's going in, trying to make it happen. Back on it. He's gonna pop the ultimate, keep everybody standing. As Chikawa Party is gonna struggle to do anything. And you know what? I love to see it at the end of the day. Noah's still hanging around, having a good time here. Staying alive, as it looks like we have a bit of a moment there, but hey, we're back up and running in Chikawa Party. Despite the fact they've been shut down multiple times in a row, still have just under 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is kind of nuts. I mean, they're kind of just biding their time right now. There's a pick there on the deck box. That's actually used. Oh no, here we go again. Oh, never mind.
Come on.
He doesn't have it.
I don't know
He
if
didn't
that's
get a
anything, but Chicken JT, though, is still popping off. Got rid of 1.
Okay.
Hoping to get rid of a second. They're going to keep pushing it now. This is where it gets scary.
Oh my God.
Gets rid of another. Chicken JT is just the man, apparently, and now you have to invest right now. If you are CSUF to try to stop the bleeding, And you gotta wonder how long they can stand the bleeding for.
Yeah, we have a Doctor Strange now. A missile change to Doctor Strange at some point, which kind of makes sense. You kind of want to portal yourself right onto the point where when you're this close, so kind of keeping your team there. There's still 2 ultimates available. I think they were just both used. And okay, well, never mind. They're gonna win right here.
Yeah, this should be a clear away. You might get one more touch, but not even that. So now 2:46 on the clock for them at the end of there. So they have the extra minute, and CSUF will get 1 minute for their attack. And I believe CSUF will also attack first with that singular minute. And I mean, to be fair, I think if you have even a chance at winning this, you need to, at the very minimum, cap that first point.
I definitely agree with you. Mine maybe hovering Squirrel Girl right now. That would be a psycho pick. That would be such a psycho pick. And he locks it in.
To be honest, though, if that initial choke right there, you can spam with Squirrel Girl. It might not have the most utility in the world, but if you just have spam in a corridor, that could make a difference, especially if you're only fighting for a minute. You know what? I'll be honest. Squirrel Girl supporter over here, the first character I played when I started playing Marvel Rivals, I have full support over here. I have full confidence. And if it doesn't work out, I don't know what to say.
And this is only a minute that CSUF have, so there's a lot of playing room for Chikawa right now. Like I said in like the previous round, rather, when Chikawa immediately got started with their push, like 15 seconds into the round, it took CSUF like about a minute, I think, to start pushing when they were pushing the payload. So this is going to be very interesting to see if they are able to get an early push going, because if they can't get that far, Chikawa is not going to have that much to push for, and they can end up taking this series right out from under us right now. And the next round is going to get started. This is going to be really interesting to see. So we got a little bit of a push going on right now, and I think Chikawa are actually okay with that. I feel like they would rather funnel them into a small area and then kind of start immediately laying all the abilities on top of each other so that the CSU will not react.
Yeah, and see Chikawa party is still managing to play a little safer. You don't want to lose anybody this early on, because at the very least, you want to build up a lot of these ultimates. And if you somehow manage to get the close hold right here, it puts even more pressure onto CSU have to make something happen. It's going to move in a little bit. But again, this isn't quite the Chikawa party that we were kind of seeing a lot of these maps. They're playing safe, realizing they don't want to overextend and lose anybody early.
I'm with you on that one 100%. So there's 13 seconds left. And they've barely gotten a push in, but that's kind of the penalty of what happened. And I think Chikawa was completely happy with them running out of time on that first attacking side. But we're about to run out of time, so they just got to stay on the point as long as they can and push for as long as they can. We got ultimates coming available for the side of Chikawa, and I think we are in for a very fun time.
Yeah, we're around the corner for Mufu. Makimu's got one rocking and rolling around the corner, helping get rid of one. And oh no, this could be the close one. You're trying to hold on. There's only 3 left for CSUF Orange, and they're cutting away. Do I hear it again, ladies and gentlemen? It might not even be needed. As for CSUF Orange, it's probably gonna take a miracle.
Wow. Okay, so Chikawa just has to push 38.25 meters to win this map. That's not that far. We saw how fast that they ended up pushing in their attacking side. So if they pick the same comp that they did in that first attacking side, nope, Chicken JT is going to probably pick Squirrel Girl again, which is okay. We saw how well that worked out. But like, oh lordy, okay, I was about to say there's no shot we're about to pick Namor on that one. But that would have been a little nutso. But Namor would have been kind of interesting. But no, yeah, just to roll it back, as Chikawa, like when Chikawa attacked, they pretty much were already at the first point by the first like 30 seconds. So if they just play exactly how they did in that first round and immediately get a push going quickly, they could very, very easily close this out.
30 seconds.
I gotta be real. I completely agree in this situation. Again, it takes a single fight win. That's all it takes. It doesn't matter if it happens just outside the spawn doors or if they get to that 30+ meter mark. That is all it is going to take here, and that's why you're going to see like a slight change up from CSUF Orange. It's nothing really significant, but the thing is going to be out there. His key is going to stick over on Luna Snow, as you do, because that ultimate is too good to not have in a scenario like this where you need to get a jail out of free card sitting by, because if water just pops that and you don't have it, there's nothing you can do.
God, they don't have that far to go, and it's so crazy. Right now, they're already a third of the way there as it goes. That's going to be really important here for CSUF to hold the line here. Got a really good setup to hold it, but the problem is there goes the first pick, so I take it back. This thing might slide out of control real quick.
It really could right here with one already called Hulk Punch. Yeah, they just want to end it right here, and now they're pushing it back.
Oh
2
my
meters,
God.
1 meter chicken, JT.
Oh.
It's just going to help clear it away. GG's in the chat as our 6th seed is going to move on to the next round here. My goodness gracious. I can't say I expected it to go down this way, but my God, am I happy for Chikawa and how great they played here today.
Of course, after getting like stomped in that first round of this map, ends up being MVP anyway. So Abyssal played really well this whole series. I have to say, played incredibly well in that first map. If you know, let's take it all the way back about literally an hour ago. Well, how about that? Yep. We take it back an hour ago when the first map started. Abyssal was like 19-2 on the first map, got MVP, blocked so much damage, did so much damage himself as well, 30,000 damage, and just has been the X factor for this team. So it honestly kind of makes you wonder, just like this team, even though, like you said, they are the 6th seed, it's like, how can you stop them going into the semifinals matchup? Because if you're one of the teams that they're going to be playing against next week, and you see, or maybe not next week, maybe it's this weekend, but if you see this this matchup and you kind of watch this VOD, you're like, wow, Chikawa Party is a lot better than we all thought. We need to take them more seriously and come up with a more cohesive game plan against them. Then I think that's where Chikawa Party might have a little bit of struggle, but I think if they just do exactly what they did today, they're going to make a run in this tournament.
You know what? I really think they could in the situation right here, because again, we say over and over again how much when you get here, you can't think about what's happened in the past, whether it's success or the failures. You just have to go in with everything you managed to learn, how much you've been able to develop as a team, and do what you can with it. And we saw that on full display for Chikawa Party throughout the entirety of these series. I mean, this was the one map where they started to seem vulnerable in the slightest on their initial defense, but I mean, you saw the instant response from them here. They ended up having, 5.5 minutes going into that third point, capped with 2.5 total. Like, that's not easy to do. Let's be entirely real. You have to literally stomp through to get numbers like that.
It was impressive, too. It was really impressive. We're looking at some of the highlights right now, and this is where CSUF, where I thought it's like, duh, we're going to a map 3. Let's go. This is really cool. And from here, when they close this portion out, I literally in my head, I was thinking that, okay, we're going to a 4th map. CSUF have woken up, but just look at this. This is 12 seconds. That was 12 seconds into the map. They already pushed further than CSUF had pushed before. And they just played out of their minds on this attack side. It's like they remembered who they were, and they're like, wait a minute, we're gonna lock in, and they immediately turn this on CSUF's head. And I have to say, that was an incredible match coming from both these teams, but Chikawa at the end of the day is just the better team.
Yeah, and they really are at the end of the day. So now, in the situation we have before us, at least in terms of what we have in the Division 2 playoffs, I believe Chikawa is going to go up against CU Talons, which these two teams have faced each other in the past, and Talons ended up winning in 3-0 fashion. But to be fair, at the end of the day, you see the development of Chikawa Party, how well they have done here today against what should have been a tough team, but I still think was, to an extent, a tough team within CSUF Orange. Yes. So they get to go in with a certain amount of momentum. So I'm excited to see what happens with them. Hopefully we get to see that a little bit further down the line. But DPC Freak, I got to say, exciting game here today. Even though it was a little bit of a quick one, a little quicker than maybe we would have hoped or thought. But it was still a good game, very chaotic game. And I mean, that's the way I want to kind of just leave it off like that, because I don't know. I think it's as simple as that.
There's really not much else to say. Looking at the bracket right now, like you said, CU Talons are going to be meeting them on the 22nd. So I believe that's this Sunday that they will be going against. Is that right?
I think it's Monday or Tuesday.
Is it Monday?
It is a Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is a Tuesday. So just kidding. On Tuesday, they will play up against CU Talons, and I just kind of want to recap like the series as a whole. Before I believe we're gonna end after our final points, but starting at the first map, obviously that was the closest one. That was the closest map of the whole series, because I'm not gonna lie, even though the score was 4-3 on this last map, it was not close how it got there. It was not close at all. So that one was really close. Chikawa ended up, just kind of winning that one, playing their buttons better, as I've been pretty much saying the whole night. And then CSUF didn't really have an answer. Same thing in the second map as well. And this third map, Chikawa just kind of steamrolled them on their attack side. There was just no answer for CSUF. Like, it looked good on CSUF's attack side, but Chikawa just holding the line, running that timeout, and giving themselves that extra time for their attack side, because they're like, all right, if we do not win this, we're at least going to take it to overtime, and we're going to have more time than they are. And they went in with that game plan and executed that flawlessly. So CU Talons, they are the second seed, but
hey,
anything happens.
You never know. You never know at the end of the day. You go into situations, you see like, this was the best in our group. It's going to be really hard to kind of pull that off, make something happen. But the one thing that's really special about this group in particular is that there was not a single team that went undefeated in that B group. Everyone lost at least one game, and that includes the Talons in the situation. So, at the end of the day, it proves they are beatable. It proves that they can take a loss, that they can go down. So now Chikawa kind of has to do what they did in this match and keep that level of aggression that they found initially. They kind of fell off of it a little bit in that second map, but they eventually refound it, and they went full force once we got to that third and final. So I'm hoping they're able to keep it up in that situation, because again, you don't often see the lowest seed make it into those finals, but it'd be a great story. And to be honest, it'd be a great underdog situation for them to come through, get another big win that way. But DBZ Freak, the unfortunate situation is, as much as I wish we could stay here and do the whole bracket ourselves right now, just have a whole night, why not? All night production, no one has anything. No one has anything to do. No one has to sleep or anything. No one has anything going on. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And we do have to sign this off, let everybody get some rest, and DBZ English. DBZ Freak, if there's anything else you want to add before we send things away.
No, not really. I mean, besides if you want to see me yap on more things, primarily I'd yap on League of Legends, actually. So I do Risen Esports. That starts in the beginning of August 2nd. That will be the first matchup if you wish to see me talk about that. Is there anything you're doing anytime soon?
This is kind of the dead part of the year for me. I primarily do Overwatch stuff a lot of the time. We just finished up with a lot of the Face It series stuff, where I'm very thankful to be on the official Overwatch esports channel. It was a very big honor to have that. Very happy about that.
Banger.
But massive banger. But for me, no, I'm just big chilling. I'm just doing a lot of different games, having a good time with it, having fun games like this with awesome casters like you, by the way. This is our first experience, and I gotta say, not a lot of casters have that energy that you have. So I want to say thank you here live on stream.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to dig for this energy up because it's almost 11 p.m. my time, and I have work tomorrow morning. So I was like, you know what? We're going to dig into the depths for this one.
All right. Well, everyone here needs to get some sleep, and I'm sure everyone watching potentially in that same ballpark. So thank y'all very much for joining us here today. Make sure to check out more action coming throughout the next couple of weeks in this tournament. Like I said, 22nd, going to be the next rounds for the Division 2 of these semifinals. It's gonna be fantastic, so I hope y'all join it for us. But for tonight, that will do it. Thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see you next time for some more Marvel Rivals action.
What do you make of this up here? Just showed up in the yard a couple days ago.
The dog been digging in there?
I don't think so, dude. That goes way down in there. Seriously, did you just lose your meat stick?
Yeah.
Oh, no. There's something in there, dude. Just leave it.
Are you kidding me?
We'll just head to the house. Just leave it.
Hell with that.
Yeah, there's something in there. Ah!
Want one?
Thank you.
It was worth it.
I'm moving on for good. At least my therapist is saying that I should. I don't believe it, but I really wish I could. Instead, I guess I'll stay misunderstood. Oh, 'cause I'm stuck now, just dying to figure a way out. I've tried but can't seem to slow down. I don't know if I want to. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm But if I'm Oh, 'cause I'm stuck now, just dying to figure a way out. I've tried but can't seem to slow down. I don't know if I want to. 'Cause I'm stuck now, just dying to figure a way out. I've tried but can't seem to slow down. I don't know if I want to.
Desire.